Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Proverbs 31 woman. Today, we're going to talk about being clothed in strength and crowned in laughter. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 25 states that strength and honor are her clothing, and she will rejoice in time to come. Now, just that one verse by itself, we already know that that will go, right? That will preach. However, let's talk about this a little bit deeper. I want us to really unpack this richly, right? This verse is a majestic declaration. It does not matter what you're going through right now. In times to come, you're going to be able to celebrate that victory is literally just around the corner. So I want to encourage you already before we even get started to go ahead and hold on, right? Go ahead and celebrate those wins in advance because every day I can say is not our best day. Some days we're going to, take an L or we may, it may sit us down just a little bit. However, knowing that sunshine is around the corner after those gray clouds, yes, that's enough for you to go ahead and give the Lord praise. Now, this verse paints a portrait of a woman who doesn't just wear fabric, but she wears fortitude. She wears perseverance. And of course, she is fierce, right? She isn't defined by designer labels, but by her divine layers of her purpose and her ability. Her outfit of choice is strength. Her accessories are honor and laughter. Okay, most people see me, they see me with a smile on my face majority of the time. And why is that? You have got to position yourself to take a different outlook on life and things in general. If you walk around and you're sad, you're, humdrum, and you're, always with your head down or your countenance, feeling some kind of way, can I just say, you're going to have that. You're going to invite more of it to show up on your doorstep. I'm just saying that when you take a different outlook of positivity, of perspective around how it is that you're going to continue to forge forward and not backwards, you're going to find that you will enjoy life, right? Practice gratitude and practice to the point of where you see the good in everything. Yep. You could have, woke up and had a flat tire, for example. Well, with that, you know what? Thank you that it was in my driveway and not on the road somewhere, right? So you've got to now look at how you process throughout everything in every day. And so that way it allows your mindset to be set on, you know what? I'm looking for the good today. And not only that, I'm going to put out good today in everything that I do. So the first part of the scripture talks about strength and honor are her clothing. Now, what you wear is what people perceive, right? So this woman is wrapped in power. She's not hiding her strength. She's wearing it like a custom fit garment. This is not just physical strength, but inner resilience, emotional fortitude, and spiritual muscle. She is not shaken by the news, nor is she easily swayed by trends. She is clothed in consistency, armed in truth, and protected by the wisdom that she walks in. The word honor here implies dignity, royalty, and a noble presence. She doesn't just seek validation, she radiates her worth. And I will say that for many of us, we've got to make sure that we are wrapping ourselves in expectation as well, and carry yourself in such a way that it allows you to be able to be positioned differently. Many of us find that people overlook you, or they, may not call on you first. And sometimes it is in our attitudes. It could be in the way that we carry ourselves. It could be so many layers there. However, when you position yourself for power and authority in your leadership, it allows you to be able to open up so many more possibilities. So, this woman's character isn't just something she performs in public, is something that she wears every day like a second skin, right? This is her lifestyle. Her walk, her talk, her posture, her presence all point to a woman who knows who she is and whose she is. The second part of the verse says, and she shall rejoice in time to come. And this is not just about the future events, but it's a prophetic glimpse of legacy. It's the assurance that her labor will produce laughter, her investments will yield joy, and her sacrifices, and I do say that with an S, will be rewarded with celebration. This woman doesn't just fear aging, changing, or transitioning because she knows her seed is in the ground, her systems are in motion, and her God is faithful. Can I just put a pause right there? Right? Her future isn't random, it's rejoicing. And it's not because life is easy, but because she is built with wisdom and walks with strength. The modern day revelation to all of this today is this: you don't need to be famous to walk in strength and honor. You just need to be consistent. Can I just say, getting up every single day and doing a verse of a particular chapter takes commitment because, as they say, life be life and things be happening. And for me, being a serial entrepreneur and having a lot of things going on, it allows me, though, to set some priorities. And you're going to need to set priorities that are non negotiable. And you're going to need to be able to stand on that and stay committed to it. A lot of times we stop in the last inning, right? Right before we get ready to cross over to the finish line, we give up and we turn back and go back to what's comfortable and go back to those things that doesn't bring us profit. It doesn't benefit us any. So I am telling you on today that in order for you to be able to get to your next level, you're going to have to push through some things. So when the world says to compete, this Proverbs 31 woman collaborates. When the others crumble, she commands the atmosphere. When chaos comes, she doesn't run, she reigns, like she's running towards it. Now, you don't become this Proverbs 31 woman overnight. You become her over time by choosing to put strength on daily like it's a garment, right? That lifestyle. You eat it, you sleep it, you breathe it on a regular basis. So each morning you get dressed spiritually before you get dressed physically. Wrap yourself in prayer, close yourself in the word, cover yourself in truth, and step into the day with clarity and with confidence before you ever step out your home to go and be on someone's job and show up in your leadership and all your greatness. Get on those knees, right? Go ahead and give him thanks. Go ahead and give him praise. You know, I talked earlier in the month about how you show up early, right? Get up earlier wherever necessary so that you can spend that time to clothe yourself before you try to pour into others, before you try to, lead and guide other people into their greatness. Stop and check on yours first, right? Our daily takeaway is this: strength is chosen, not inherited. Honor is not brought, it is built. And you don't have to fear what's coming when you're prepared with purpose. And you are not waiting on the world to give you joy. You are already dressed in divine expectation. And this is what I'm talking about. Look for the greatness, look for prosperity, look for the profits, look for your ability to mentor and share with someone all of your greatness, right? I mean, we're talking about down to the most infinite detail. Don't hold back. Go ahead and share all of what you have going on. So, of course, I want to share with you a modern day story. And today we're going to talk about Tracy, and she's a corporate executive who was overlooked for promotion twice. The second time, she was furious, but instead of quitting, she chose to clothe herself in strength. She elevated her mindset, rewrote her vision, enrolled in a leadership program, and built her own consulting brand on the side. A year later, not only did her company offer her a senior leadership position, but she declined because her firm had already outgrown her salary, or their salary that they were giving her, right? So she laughed, not with sarcasm, but with strategic satisfaction. Why? Because she wore her strength like armor and her honor like royalty. She didn't chase approval, she positioned herself for legacy. And that is the goal here. What are you positioning yourself for? We say that we want to have generational wealth. We say that we want to create a legacy that outlives us. But are we taking the time to put in the work? Are we taking the time to make sure that we're fortifying our vision? And we do so with doing the work. And nothing beats work but work, right? So purpose in your heart, purpose in your mind that you're going to do the work. And so our legacy activation is this. Number one, inventory your clothing. What are you wearing emotionally and spiritually each day? Is it fear, doubt, or strength and truth? You get to determine what that looks like. But I always say, go ahead and write that down, right? What you um, in corporate America, we have a saying where if it's not written down, it didn't happen, right? How can you determine and look at all the things when it's all here, right? There could be a point that's missing. There could be something that you overlooked, but when you write it out, you get to make an informed decision. Number two is dress with intention before stepping into your assignments. Pray and proclaim the word over yourself every single day. I always say, pour from a full cup, not an empty cup, because that's where stress, that's where anxiety, that's where depression comes in at, is because you're trying to go forward and there's nothing there, right? You're tired and you're growing weary. But if you fortify yourself, man, you can do so much more. And number three, speak into your future. Declare that joy is waiting for you. Don't just hope for it, speak it into existence, because I know that you can. And then, of course, we have some journal prompts. Our journal prompts are this. Number one is, what areas of my life need more strength? And where have I traded honor for hustle? And can I just say that when you're out here and you're just hustling and you're just trying to make it through, yeah, you can definitely get somewhere, right? But is it sustainable at the level at which you're doing it? And if not, that's where you get to maybe alter it, pivot just a little bit, and redesign the plan so that it is sustainable. Number two, what would it look like to dress myself with divine dignity every single morning, right? You want to get up and operate in the best version of yourself with authenticity and with, that superpower, that secret sauce that you have. Bring that to the party every single day. And number three, how can I plan today so that I will rejoice tomorrow? You get to set up the action plan. You know what you have coming up, what's on the table. So go ahead and work through all of that. So that way you can do so with the grace that is afforded to you, right? Now, let's talk about this affirmation of today. And of course, you get to say it along with me. Say it proud, say it out loud so that way it really resonates and it gets in your spirit. But our affirmation is, I wear strength like a garment, and I carry honor like a crown. My future is joyful because my presence is intentional. I laugh ahead of time because I am built by divine design. Can I just say, yes, we are built for such a time as this, like right now, to talk about the Proverbs 31 woman. We show up and we make a difference. We just don't come to the party empty handed. We come fully armed and ready to go. So thank you so much for joining. And of course, you can follow me on all social media platforms. And if this message resonated with you, go ahead and send some comments, right? Go ahead, like, share, and send it to a friend. And also, continue to join me each and every day as we talk about another verse. And of course, you can go to my website, drtabitharussell.com, where there's some free resources. And you can also learn about the events that we're doing, because this is going to be a full year where we're going to have in person events, as well as we will be talking about how we can connect more, right? I know that many of you have been talking about the Proverbs 31 woman, how much you have been enjoying this, and how you would like to see this as a continued thing that we do. Well, hey, we have definitely taken that into consideration. So, in the next couple of days, you will hear more about how you'll get to join in with us. We have a mandate for us to be able to help 100,000 women go forward in their endless possibilities, be the best version of themselves, and show up in their own authenticity. And I would love for you to connect and join with us so you'll have the opportunity to do that as well. Again, I look forward to joining again with you on tomorrow. Have a super amazing day and continue to be clothed in